All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim, and it is time for Sunday night charts, guys. Let me see if I can get my video on the screen. Boom, there I am. Good to see you guys. How you doing? All right, guys, my name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader here to help you understand the market through an elite wave lens. Let's see if I can adjust that guy just a little bit. There we go. We look at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s, see where the market might be taking us, and we trade accordingly with good risk management and good setups with entry discipline and risk management. If you guys want to learn how we do it, I'm going to be a part of the analysis every day, 2 live streams a day, except on the weekends. We take a little break on Saturday, but back at it on Sunday. So anyway, we want to be part of that. We'd love to have you guys. So anyway, with that said, come on into the Discord. Love to have you. Just join the Patreon membership down below. There's a link in the description. All right, y'all. Let me just say hi to everybody in the house. What's up in the house? There's Keith. What's up, man? And Lawn Buds. Your uncle broke his neck tap dancing once. I'm sorry to hear that. How do you do that? And where did that comment come from? It's kind of random. What's up, Bukudum? Hello. Crypto Fitter, Johnny English, and Kimo Sabi. Hey, there's James in Puerto Rico. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Johnny English, where are you? I can't remember where you're from. Are you on the East Coast here? There's Ahmet. Let me know where you guys are from. Where are you guys from? I can't remember. I've asked before, and I know where a lot of you are from, but I don't know where everybody is. So good to see you. Insert coin. What's up? Chris Marr, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. A little bit of a dump right now. It's nice. Looking good. Looking good. Been waiting for it all day. Took forever to develop. Let's see what the 1 hour's doing here. Oh yeah. 1 hour is amazing. 4 hour, how are you? Oh, 4 hour. Ooh. Guys, this is a sell. Look the way it looks, it's a sell in my world coming soon to a chart near you. Got 4 hour close and the 4 hour candle. And you kind of pull back and retest after that 4 hour candle is looking decent. All right, guys. Well, let's jump into the charts here. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. I just see the charts moving right now. Just kind of, we'll see what that wave is. If that's 3 waves, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be more than 3 waves. So we'll see. Where's my location? There it is. Hilton Head. Yeah, I thought it was Hilton Head. Isn't that South Carolina? I think so. Oh, yeah, South Carolina. There it is. Just down the road from me in Grand Rapids. I was just in Grand Rapids tonight, man. Guys, I just picked up, you want to see what I just picked up? It's pretty awesome. Just picked up, I don't know if you can see it back there. That chair right back there. That's a new massage chair I got off of Facebook Marketplace, man. I think it's $1,500 massage chair I got for $300 on Facebook Marketplace. So that was awesome. All right, guys. Oh, there's my alert. Sorry about that. All right, guys. Well, let's just jump in. Good to see you. Just want to say hi to everybody, and I got my coffee right here, guys. It's rocking. Just give everybody a chance to pop in. And all right, let's look at the waves. Let's look at the structure. We're gonna zoom out. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on the macro, other than, guys, I've been I know everybody's starting to get bullish. So all the market's starting to turn. And let me know in the comments if you guys remember. I said, hey, everybody's gonna start getting bullish. It's gonna start moving fast and furious to the upside, and be ready for it. So I've been calling for this move ever since November time frame when the charts were showing it. So yeah, I think I first postulated Kenny Andread's not bad. Sleep's not as bad as it has been. So it's we'll see. I've been seeing a doctor, and I'm on a diet right now, and so I'm shooting for 80 pounds, guys. I want to lose 80 pounds. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but shooting for 80. I want to get down to 180 pounds. I'm 260 pounds, guys. Well, not anymore. I'm actually 250, 257, I think. I think I got up to 262, 263 at my my highest. I was just like, man, that's crazy. Crazy. Sugar and carbs, guys. Sugar and carbs. They'll kill you. Just absolutely kill you. Anyway, what's up, Merle? Good to see you. Yeah, just working on things, guys. Working on myself for sure. Anyway, said back in October, November, I've been calling for this expanded flat. Guys are targeting over 40K. Is it going to go up there this week? No, it's not going to go up there this week. Is it going to keep going and keep going and keep going without stopping? Probably not. Yeah, I intermediate fast, James, definitely. I watch some really good YouTubers on the subject. So anyway, yeah, really, really good. Yeah, I'm doing basically low carbs or no carb, as little carbs as possible, and no sugar, no sugar. That's really, really hard for me, but I'm working on it. And I found out that there was a candida overgrowth in me, so we're dealing with that, which causes the cravings. And so, if any of you are struggling with sugar, guys, you might have a candida overgrowth in your gut. You can have that checked with a blood test, and it'll check, and then you can get on a medication or a better diet that kills off that candida. So, anyway, but it feeds off of sugar, man. It feeds off of sugar, and it'll cause your body to crave sugar like crazy. So, all right, okay. So it is not a chill burger. It is chill. The market always comes back. And if you don't know what the market's going to do, it's an I don't know burger. So, chill, the market always comes back, and an I don't know burger. So what you've done is you've put them together, and we have a chill burger. I love it. I love it. Now, if you guys want a mug like this, I need to get you guys a link to my merch store. Yeah, I'm pretty much just eating meat and vegetables, Rob Thomas. Meat and vegetables, man. Mm-hmm. Good night. Let me give my daughter a hug here. Hold on. You're on live. You're on Candy Camera. I love you. Good night. Okay. Wow, 7 days. Can't do a 7-day fast. I do, let's see. Sound is low. I'll put the mic a little closer. How's that? No, I do a 18-hour fast every day. I do intermittent fasting. So what I'm doing is cutting carbs, cutting sugar. I mean, not just reducing it, like no sugar, no pop, nothing, no sugar, and preferably no sugar substitute. But that's hard. If we use sugar substitute, we do stevia or some kind of stevia extract or monk fruit, something like that. So. Anyways, does it sound better now? S. Joe Coco. Yeah, and anyway, after that, so cut your sugar, cut your carbs, and then intermittent fast. So give yourself an eating window, 6 hours a day, an eating window of if you can do 4 hours, a 4-hour eating window, that'll work as well. So. Anywhere from 6 to 4 hours. So get yourself an 18-hour fast every day. So stop eating at 7 o'clock at night, and then don't eat till if you can, take it to all the way 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and eat from 2 to 7 or something like that. And yeah, Joe D, there you go. I mean, that's exactly. We're just learning that all the crap we've been told about low calories and these different things, we're learning how the body's actually working, or the information is actually being given to us properly now by people who have woken, and we understand how the body really works. And fasting, intermittent fasting is wonderful for you, the autophagy that your body goes through. So yeah, great job, Joe, man. Good job. I'm shooting for 80 pounds. So how long did it take you, Joe, for 120 pounds? I'm curious. Yeah, no sugar is tough. It is tough. Some of you guys are like, Jim, we didn't come here to talk about diet. We want to talk about the charts. So, yeah, I walk by. That's Joe Coco. Let me know. Sounds better. All right. I'll close you down. There we go. Yeah, it feeds sugar feeds cancer. It feeds yeast. Yeast gives you the craving. It doubles cravings. It gives you fatigue, brain fog. Took you a year for 120 pounds. Oh man, that's good news, man. A year. That's not bad. I think I could do 80 in 6 to 8 months. You think? I bet you I could. That's encouraging. Well, you just have to, you have to maintain your diet with low sugar, low carbs, man. Just vegetables and raw honey is great. Okay, thanks, Rob. Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate that. Okay, Rob, what do you mean cycling it? I'd be interested to know what the cycle is that you're thinking of. That's right, Tien Shenhan. That's right. All right. Well, I'll let you know how we're doing next week. But let's jump into the charts and leave me some ideas in the chat, guys, of what you guys do. I'd love to hear it. And Rob, I'd like to know a little bit more about the fasting cycling. That'd be awesome. Okay, so here's what we're seeing overall. I'm just going to tell you the count. I've explained this time and time again. I do not believe we have bottomed. I do not believe Bitcoin's bottomed. First off, however, I do believe we're going up to 40 and possibly 50K. Okay, I do see that on the chart. Oh, skip weekends. That's a good idea. Okay. I've been calling for this pump for a while. We've been looking at this as an expanded flat, A, B, and now C. Okay, looking for that C wave. Now we're in the process of making the C, guys. We are in wave 3. Okay, we're in wave 3 of C. Okay, so best I can tell, we've got a 1-2 on the table right there. Boom, there's your 1-2, and now we're in wave 3. So 3 is going to come on up here. Okay, then we're going to get a 4 and a 5. Now, it's not going to be that pretty. It's not going to be that simple. And it's going to go up choppily. It's going to go up in waves. So the title, it says, hey, bullish Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to continue to have a bullish trend. Okay, I'm not saying it's not going to. I think we're going to trend to the upside bullishly. But what you got to understand is you're going to get a pullback here, a liquidity grab, okay? Let's just talk about the types of liquidity grabs you're going to expect here. As you look at the bull run previous, okay? If you look at these bull runs here that we have, this move from the bottom, okay? You'll get moves that seem to keep going, and then you get these liquidity grabs, these corrections, right? And then it'll go up straight for a bit. But then look what happens. As it goes up straight and it just goes up and it keeps on going, it makes you think, okay, it makes you think it's never gonna stop. Boom, it hits you. It hits you with a really big percentage of a drop. That was a 22% drop in Bitcoin price just for a day or two, okay? Just for a day or two. So you're gonna get these liquidity grabs over a period of a couple of the days where it just drops really fast, and then it's going to get eaten up by buyers. Okay, that's what we're expecting. That's what I'm expecting. Something very similar to that move right there. Okay, we're going to look at that in just a moment. Okay, but that's what I'm expecting to see on the charts sometime in the near future, if not very, very soon. Okay, So anyway, let's just dive in and look at that for a moment. And then I want to look at another liquidity grab that we got that was along in a bullish move as well. When the market kept going, and then boom, right there. That liquidity grab right there was a pretty strong one as well. You had a 15% move in a period of 1 to 2 days, okay? It was going, pushing higher highs, and then boom, all of a sudden you had this 15 to 20% move back down to the downside in a period of a day or two. Okay, it's just a liquidity grab. It's just a reset of the market, and then boom, here we go again. Bull pullback, and here we go. So I'm expecting a 1 day or 2 days, guys, where we get it's just real bearish, makes everybody feels like it's reversing, it's stopped. But that's really the time you want to really consider buying when you get a liquidity grab in that manner, okay? That's what we're looking for. That's the next thing that I'm seeing on the chart. We're coming into, now it may continue up a little higher. Okay, we're coming into an area of resistance, okay? This 28 to 30K is an area. No, I'm not live early. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time, so daylight savings time in the U.S. So maybe that's why you think I'm early. All right, so anyway, we're coming into an area of resistance here. We're moving into that area. I'm expecting some kind of a pullback that's going to grab the liquidity, and then continue on to the upside. Now, when is that coming? I can't tell you when, but I can look on the time frames and show you what I'm expecting to see. Let's just jump over and let's analyze what's already happened on the chart already. Let's just pay attention to these time frames right here, and let's just go through it. Maybe on the 4 hour down to the 30 minute, and let me rewind the clock just a little bit. Let me replay it here. Boom, there we go. And let's go ahead and go down to the 4 hour chart. We're going to look at the first one right here. Let's just see, how did it play? How did this thing play? Okay. Now, first off, what we had, okay, this is the one we're looking at right here, okay? First off, we had this 3-wave move right in here, okay? And it was kind of a steep move, and then all of a sudden things just kept going, okay? You'll notice we had a little bit of a time of correction right here at the breakout, and then boom, hit it again, and then they just started pumping, okay? Just started pumping, and it kept pumping on the 4 hour chart. Okay, let's look how many peaks it created. There was a peak here, but it didn't create divergence there, so we don't have divergence. The divergence we have happened right here and to there, okay? So the real divergence on the 4 hour happened between these two waves right there. Then we got a third hit to the high right there on the 4 hour, right there, which gave you the divergence right there. And then boom, once you had a break, now look at this trend line on the 4 hour. Once you had a break of that trend line to the downside, after the divergence and after that third peak, you had a dump, and it was a big dump, okay? So when the RSI breaks that 4 hour trend, okay, when the RSI breaks that 4 hour trend, we're really looking a lot more bearish at the charts, guys. We're looking like, hey, a dump is going to be imminent within that day, or the next day, sometime, on a 4 hour basis. Okay. So what you want to see to trade it are two things. You want to see two things happen to trade it the least aggressively. First off, what you want to see is on the 4 hour, you want to see you want to get the basic 4 hour close on the candles. The 4 hour close, you want that trend. Okay, so on the 4 hour basis, what you want to do is, well, first off, let's talk about this. You want to have the RSI in the 4 hour. You want the trend drawn on the 4 hour RSI like that. Okay, that's your first order of business. Make sure you have the RSI drawn. Okay, that way you can see when it breaks the RSI and pulls back to it. Okay. Secondly, you want on a 4 hour basis, you want a trend line right here. Okay, you want a trend, boom, just like that. Okay, on a 4 hour basis. All right. What you're looking for on a 4 hour basis is a break of price along with okay, a closing 4-hour candle that closes below the trend, okay, that closes below the trend, okay, that and when that closes, so when you get not just a lower candle, yes, but it closes below the trend as well. The trend of the closes was up here, so it closes below the trend, and what you see is a close of the RSI below this line as well. So we had a break of structure right here on this candle right here, okay, but we didn't really have a 4-hour retest trend. Okay, so we're looking for a break and then a retest of it. You didn't really have the retest of it on the 4-hour basis there. So you couldn't have drawn it until this stuff played out. So this first move wasn't your play. You're waiting for a 3-wave reversal. Once you get the 3-wave reversal, then what you're looking for is you're looking for the divergence, okay? So we had divergence between this peak and this peak, that peak and that peak. Beautiful. If you get triple divergence, that's even better, okay? Which is what we got right here. 3 peaks worth of divergence, okay, which gave it to you. When you get that kind of divergence and you get a break of structure on the price, as well as a break of structure and a retest and a continuation on price. So you are short anywhere in this area, feeling pretty good about it, that this on the 4-hour basis is going to trend down for you and give you a nice trade. Okay, I teach this all in my course. You can learn how to do these things. And you can just pull the fibs and get. Now this one went well beyond the 1618, but we usually target the 1618 as our zone. Anywhere from the 127 to the 1618, and we look at the 2618 as a secondary target. We look at where structure lands, okay, and we also look at trend lines that are created along the way, okay, trend lines that are created, boom, like that. Those are give you an area of target to take profit and things of that nature, okay, but that would have given you a nice trade, and it would have reset the chart, given you hidden bullish divergence. Boom. I'm just showing you this last move so you can see and understand how Bitcoin likes to go. So boom, okay, and then boom, from the same location you had hidden bullish divergence. What you're looking for, ideally it gets oversold. Well, this one didn't get oversold. This was the first of a larger move. We had a much larger correction here, and I'll have to show you that in just a moment. But ideally you wait for it to get oversold. But here on the 4-hour basis, we had a break of structure to the upside with a retest, okay? You might have gone long on this move right in here. Anywhere from this break and retest, you could have gone long in this zone for another move, potentially. It's not the better play, but certainly I would have longed that for sure. Okay, looking at this as a 3-wave pullback. All right, so that's what we look for. That's how we look at the chart. We look for structure that says, hey, Bitcoin's about finished. Now, what this became was a larger, more complex structure, okay? So the first pullback wasn't it, okay? We got a 3-wave move that took the top out right there. 3-wave move. And then we ended up getting another move to the downside like so. And so that's what we call a WXY correction. Oh, sorry, let me try that again. That's a WXY correction, okay? That's acting like a flat, all right? And so we got basically W, we got X, and now we got Y. Boom, right there. Or like this, something like that, right? And that entire thing, what that whole correction did is it reset the 4-hour RSI down here bullishly, okay? While the 4 hours reset, we've got hidden from this peak to this peak to that peak, we've got hidden bull divergence. We're ready to go long again for Bitcoin, okay? So that's how Bitcoin likes to correct. Those are the things we look for signs of bottoms, guys. This is what I teach in my my Discord. So if you want more information about how to watch for bottoms like that, there you go. All right, let's look at this one right here as well. Let's just take a peek at it and just see what's happening here. Okay, and so what happened here? We had an initial wave. Okay, we got a correction. Then boom, boom, boom. She just kept going, okay? And I think we're probably in one of these waves right now where we just had this wave, And now we just keep going, and all the pullbacks are small and temporary. We're probably trying to inch up to the 30K range before we see any significant pullback, I imagine, based on the way prices moved over the weekend. I have actually expected a bit of a bit deeper a pullback than we've gotten, but based on price action right now, I think this is gonna keep kind of going. Okay. It's probably going to keep going. We'll look at the current wave in just a minute, but again, looking at previous waves just to understand a baseline of what we look for. Again, we're on the 4-hour chart. Okay, what do we like to do? Well, we like to see it top out in the RSI, and it did right here. It topped out in the RSI, but it came down in 3 waves, and it came back up. Boom, 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 and it made a higher high, and it made another 5 waves. Okay. What you'll notice, though, is that it created divergence between the 2 peaks. We love to see divergence. That's very, very important. Okay. The second thing is we want to see a break of structure. Okay. We want to see a break of structure on the 4-hour basis, but not just a break of structure. We want to see a retest with divergence, if possible, on the 4-hour basis. Okay. So we're looking here. We see, okay, we got a break of structure on that move right there, but it wasn't done. That's like the end of the 3rd wave. Now what we got is we got a 3-wave move to the upside that broke that top. It created triple divergence, which is what we just talked about. And we know once you see that pattern and then you kind of get a rejection, here's what you're looking for. You're looking for this trend line on the 4-hour closes. Okay. So draw your trend line on the 4-hour closes right about there. And when you get a 4-hour close, okay, let's also draw a trend line on the RSI. Right here, I drew a trend line there, but we can also draw this trend line there so that when we get a break of that and a retest of that line, we can kind of see it on the chart. And when it comes back below the moving average on my RSI, we know that things are kind of, this wasn't the greatest signal in the world. This was probably a little bit of a hard place because it kept making higher highs, higher highs. It kept going up in 3, coming down, going up in 3. And you thought it was just never going to end. It was just going to keep going forever, but it doesn't. What it does when it makes you feel like it's going to keep going up forever, one day out of the blue, it's going to give you a dump like you've never seen, and it'll be 15 to 20%, and it'll be a big old liquidity grab. Okay, there's a 16% move right there. And then once it's finished, they buy into it again, and they just keep on going. They buy into it, boom, really fast. Bring it down for 3 waves. Buy into that again. Okay, and they keep going. And that's Elliott. That's what Bitcoin does. That's what we look for. That's the kind of thing where we are in the chart. That's what you're looking for. How we doing so far? Are you loving this stream or not? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're very bullish on the charts. The market is moving very bullishly. Okay. This thing, you can't FOMO into it, though, unless you get killed, okay? You can't FOMO into it unless you're going to get killed, guys. I'm just letting you know. So make sure you're not FOMOing and you wait for the day it dumps. Wait for the day price dumps, okay? And then we'll see how it goes, okay? All right, so let's close this down, the replay down, and let's go to where we are in the chart. Now, we can't see what's coming up next, but what we're going to do is we're going to apply the same kind of principles we're looking for on the chart. We're looking for the same kinds of things all the time. We're looking for something like that, okay? Now, when's it going to come? Well, I don't know, but let's look at the 4-hour basis because it's pretty interesting. Now, you need to draw 2 lines because we've got an interesting look on the 4-hour, okay? Because overall, the 4-hour has given you a higher high than the previous highs. It's given you 3 higher highs on the 4-hour in the swings, okay? Well, actually, we got a lower low there, but that was a correction there. But anyway, but we got a higher high here, okay? So that means we've got some divergence on the chart. Does that mean it can't go up anymore? No, that's not what it means at all. It just means that we have peaked into overbought territory We're on the 4-hour basis. It's kind of letting us know, hey, we're thinking about pulling back. Okay, doesn't mean it has to, because it can go up crazy like you don't expect. It can just kind of keep going up, not trying to bring, get your FOMO out of here. Just wait for the pullbacks, and then you'll look for an entry. Okay, but anyway, so anyway, looking at the 4-hour here, it's really 4 hours really good for just swing trading, Bitcoin, for just knowing when you can short, when you can take some profit. But keep in mind, remember, Bitcoin isn't going to just come down in 3 waves beautiful, okay? It's not. In fact, what it's going to do, it's going to come down, yes, find resistance right here at the top of this wave, and then it's going to begin traversing its way back up again. 3 waves, take that top out, come down in 3, it could go up another 3 and take that top out, and then come shooting down just like that for a 15% move or whatever that is, and then just get bought right back up, 3-way pullback, and here we go. Okay, it could go just like that. And do I know exactly how it's going to go? No, that's the secret. That's where you have to get good at reading the RSI. What's the RSI telling you? Okay, on the different time frames, and what's the small time frame telling you, and whatnot, and just understand where you are in the wave. All right, that's what I do in my Discord. We try to keep track of the wave the best we can. We don't always get them perfect. In fact, this wave right here was a nasty little wave right here, because it had this truncated second move. This third move right here was truncated. Now I'm going to tell you what I think it is, and thanks, Max. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, man. I think you helped with 10 cents. That was a 10-cent tip, buddy. Thanks, man. I'm going to tell you what I think could be at play here, but I'm not certain. I don't feel great about it, but it's not completely out of the question. So let's talk about what could be happening here. But just looking at the 4-hour, here's what I need you to see. I'm a little bit bearish right now for a move to the downside. I'm expecting some kind of an imminent move to the downside anytime. So let's draw 2 trend lines. First off, let's draw this trend line right there. Okay, what that's going to do is going to let you know when this has broken down, and you really want it to close beyond this line. You want it to close, not just come down here during the 4-hour candle, because anytime in that 4-hour candle it could zip back up there, because because the RSI repaints itself, because most people have their RSI set on the closes, and as do I. So anyway, make sure you wait for the 4-hour to close, okay? And you're looking for a break of this line to the downside. That's going to be killer. That's going to be important. Now, the 1-hour gives you a little quicker move, okay? The 1-hour gives you a little bit quicker of a trade, okay? Like I took a short in here the other day, based on this break right here and that retest. So right in here, I was short, okay? And a break of this last night, I hedged my short. When this broke back to the upside, I hedged my short right in here. I closed it too early because I didn't wait for the break, really. But nonetheless, that's how I played that. I shorted it knowing that we were bullish, but I was actually looking for a fractal to play out. I wanted to see a big dump down to here, give us a 3-way move, and then go. It didn't play the way I had hoped it played. So now I'm kind of waiting to see what this is doing up here. So anyway, the 1-hour kind of gives you a little bit quicker of an indication when the break in structure is, but keep in mind it can pop right back up on you. So always draw that counter trend line if you're trading RSI trends. Okay. Now, so anyway, on the 4-hour chart, you draw this trend line. Really important trend line to draw. The second trend line I think you should draw is this trend line right there, because if it breaks this and closes to the upside, this might be one of those waves that is going to go up just crazy more than you expect, and you've got to be ready to stop any short you might be looking to take. Okay, and then the final trend line I want you to draw on your chart is from the bottom here. Okay, let me see if I can get it here. Make that a little bit bigger. There you go. From the bottom here. Okay. And I want you to draw from this bottom peak right there, okay? What you'll notice is happening is that we are starting to break that back to the downside. I think the best trend line right now to watch is a break of this one right there, okay? It's going to signal that on a 4-hour basis, we have a potential of getting one of those 10 to 15% candles, okay? All that would look like on the chart right now is a move like that, fast, and here's 10% right there. Fast and furious to the downside, very quick, okay? Boom, 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 okay? Right in there, and then it's probably going to get bought up pretty quick. 3-way pullback, continuation to the upside. Probably the way she's going to play. Now, again, I can't predict the precise movement of the wave. I can just tell you this is how Bitcoin moves in the past. This is how it likes to trend. This is its behavior. And this is how you can kind of watch to see what's going on in the RSI. Okay. By the way, let me just take a minute and give a shout out to Forex Killers that's in our chat. That's my friend Maxos. He's been around a long time. He's a good buddy of mine, and he likes to trade in the Forex a whole lot. Okay, so anyway, if you guys want, check out his channel on YouTube, Forex Killers. If you like Forex analysis, DXY analysis, things like that, he's excellent. Taught him everything I know, and he knows everything I know. Plus, he knows the stuff he knows on his own. So, a great dude and a great channel. He's over there. He's an Aussie, so don't hold that against him. All right? All right. Just wanted to give a shout out to my brother there. All right. With that said, so yeah, draw that trend line there. So watch for a break in structure here to the downside. Let's see what happens here. But see, let's watch. Let's go back at previous times. Okay, right there. You see this right here? See that break in structure right here? Okay. So this candle right there gave you the break in structure, but the market doesn't give it to you, so you can't just play a breakout trade without getting stop hunted. Generally speaking, on a 4-hour basis, wait for a retest of this and a break back below the moving average. Okay, wait for a retest and a break back below the moving average on the 4-hour, and that's going to give you a really good entry that you're probably not going to get stopped out on that sucker if you're trading properly on that. Okay. All right. So anyway, with that said, but again, also on the 4-hour basis, look at the signal here. You had a break here. You had a close of the 4-hour below. So we see this one didn't close. This one didn't close down here, okay? It actually gave us an uptrend here, and it gave us this line that we could draw, okay? And then we also have this line that we could draw as well. We draw both of those lines. You'll see a break of that and a retest and a break back below the moving average. And once it breaks that moving average and closes, that's giving you a good 4-hour basis. Now, they gave you a pullback and they reset, they tested it. So they don't make it easy, right? But it kind of lets you know this is going to be trending down to the downside more than likely, okay? I thought we were about done right here. I thought we had a nice 3-way move right here, right at the point of support. I really thought this was our beginning of the next move to the upside. It really did. But the fact that they gave us another 3-way move to the downside, so they basically gave us a W, X, and a Y wave, that made it difficult. But again, you can play it with the moment this 4-hour breaks this low right here and pulls back to it and breaks below the moving average, you kind of know that this thing isn't good. In fact, during this wave, I told everybody in the group, I said, guys, listen. I said I'm long right in here. I was long. I was looking for this right here to go like this, and I was long in there. But I said, listen, draw this trend line on your chart. A break of that and a close beyond that is no good. So that needs to be your stop. And so that's the way we traded this move. Okay. All right. But, you know, we didn't have any idea it was going to come this low. Well, we knew it could, but, you know, all we can do is just watch the market develop, okay? But now we had a 4-hour trend here. We got a 4-hour trend here. That's broken to the upside, guys. It broke right in here to the upside and just kept rocking. I mean, just absolutely kept rocking, okay? So now we're getting a bit of a pullback here on a 4-hour basis. So that's important. That doesn't mean it's going to go down forever. It just means that we're due for a 4-hour basis correction. Once this 4-hour begins to start moving back down to the downside, draw a counter trend line, okay? Draw a counter trend line. Once it begins to make a trend, draw that counter trend line, and then once it breaks back and closes on the other side of it, you need to be taking profit on your short. You need to be thinking about getting out of it, if not be out of it by then already. Okay, I'm not. You guys are just watching intently, so that's good. Chat's quiet today. That's good. I like that because I'm not distracted. But just somebody let me know you're still here listening. That way I know that I'm on and I'm not. Let me see. Just check here. I got a good signal. Okay, everything looks good. All right. Hopefully you guys are picking up what I'm laying down. I usually don't talk about how to trade it so much on my channel, but that's kind of where we are, guys. This thing's going to trend up to the upside. We're going to keep on rocking. Okay. All right, Josh. Awesome. We're going to keep on rocking, but, you know, it's they're going to be pullbacks. So if you're spot trading, I would wait until you see that 10 or 15% dump in one day and let it start wicking back to the upside. Okay. Wait, if you're spot trading and looking for your next entry, I would say, you know, you're looking for that next dump. You're looking for that next really fast, okay? A move really fast, because more than likely it's going to get bought up at this region, okay? And it's going to pump like crazy, okay? So all right. Let's see. All right. So anyway, that's how you think about trading the RSI, using the 4-hour as kind of an indicator a little bit. But keep in mind, it can break down and then break right back up and come and take this high out. So anyway, you just draw those trend lines, kind of let you know what it's doing, you know, and you look at that across the trend lines and you'll see. So is this going to break to the downside? Is this going to bounce where it is and break to the upside? All right. Let's go now and just look at this and say, okay, what's happening here? What's going on, okay, on this wave? Well, you kind of want to look at this wave and kind of want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what you want to do. I'll be honest with you. It kind of looks like a 5-wave move. Now, here's my problem. I thought I had a pretty decent 5-wave move right here, okay? I thought I had a pretty decent, let's see, right in there, and boom, right there. I thought that was a good 5 waves. I was looking for a 3-wave pullback right in here. I was looking for something like that, back down to this range. Give me a 3 waves, and then on we go. Well, this really bothered me this week, and it messed me up. They have a very good way of messing me up quite a bit. Okay, nevertheless, because they gave us the hit with the 4-hour, but when it took it up to retest it and gave us the divergence, well, I mean, it took the high out, but it took it out more in 5 waves than it did 3 waves, okay? So anyway, yeah, you know, I'm conflicted here because I don't like this wave shape right here. I don't like that wave shape. I'm conflicted, and I'm wondering here, guys, if we didn't just, in fact, get 5 waves right here, that wasn't 5. I think it could have been. And we still need the C leg. Okay, we need wave C. Okay, and it's going to be a fast and furious sucker. Okay, it's going to come down really fast. So my guess is that we get another spike to the high barely, and then this comes down fast and furious. And so my guess is that we get some kind of A, B, C like that. I would love to see that right where we are. It would be beautiful and gorgeous right where we are. The way I would like to see that play is a break of this trend and a retest. So this might come down a little bit, retest, take the high, and then go. Okay, and give me a nice 3-wave move where I got a WXY. Boom. We don't break this bottom. We're bullish as anything.
but it comes down fast and furious, and then it gets bought up. Boom. Three-way pullback. Here we go. That's the way I think. I really see this move, something like that coming soon. But here's my problem. In order for that to be, what's 45 minutes? Johnny, just tell me what 45 minutes is. How long we've been on streaming? I guess so. Okay. In order for that to be the smaller time frame count, it would seem to need to be. Oh, thanks, man. This needs to be a flat. And I kind of went, once this thing kind of bounced up today, it caused me to not like the flat anymore. Because I was like, okay, I can see that as a flat. And I really can see a flat to where we are, but I don't want it to go any further, okay? Because when we look at a flat, okay, number one, we have an extension right here that is just absolutely mega extended. This is a 3618 extension of a flat, okay? In other words, I'm seeing A, B, and now C right there, okay? ABC. I think this wick right here is an outlier. I think it's an outlier. I'm going to throw that out, and I'm going to look at this as a three-way move, and I'm looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one more hit to the high as a stop hunt, and then rejection, okay? That's what I want to see if this count is right, because if this count is right, that's all, or we just come down now, okay? Either way, I'm okay with either way, all right? I would prefer. Okay, what's the problem? Well, number one, this is really extended as a flat for a B wave. Okay, secondly, we're right here at the 1618 expanded pocket right here. So when we talk about a flat expanded pocket, you'll see that the retrace that I just drew, we're above the 1618. Like we came up to the 1618. Here, we've gone up, and now we're correcting. I really don't want to see it go any further. I think it needs to be done before I'm like, okay, because the 1618 really is the cutoff. It's really the cutoff for an expanded flat B wave, okay? So it really is, it's the wave where you're like, yeah, that's it, man. I mean, it's the extension, I should say. That's all I want to see with a B wave that breaks the top if we're going to look at this as an A, and this is a big old B, and now a C wave back down, okay? And that C wave, this really fast and furious wave, okay, is what I want to see. I want to see it come down here, retest this area, break, take out this liquidity here, come down, find support right here where we broke out right there, okay? So I want to find support right in there, buddy. Okay, and I want to see this be a running flat. Now, what would be evil of the market makers is if they broke back in here, and I mean, if they broke back really deep in here and came down to this lower target, which is crazy deep, but it's possible, okay? And then all of a sudden, what your count is, it's the same thing. This is a wave one, and I was looking for 3 waves here before, but they've expanded the top. Now this is a wave 2. Right here, okay? And then we zoom out. What we've got here is a count. Then, as we look at the market, we got a 1 right to here, okay? There's wave 1 from there to there, 1. This is wave 2 of the large system. And now what we just got was wave 1, and I think as a possible count, I'm not certain of it, but if we get a fast and deep wave from this area, it's got to be from this area. I don't want to see it really go up any higher. Make sure that's clear. If it goes up higher, I'm not going to like this 1 2 1 2 count, okay? But let me remove all the fibs. What I think we could have going on here is we're going to put the wave 1 right there, and that's wave 2. And now this is wave 1 right here at the top of the wave there. And this is a really deep an ugly expanded flat wave 2 of the next move. which gets us another impulse, pullback, and we just start going. Okay? And if you get that move, if they give you that move, I would think you wouldn't want to miss buying that pullback. Because what's going to follow, if this is a 1-2-1-2, is a mega move to the upside that goes and keeps going, and it takes out 30K, it takes out 35K, and we get up to 40 and 50K eventually, okay? It won't happen in a week, it won't happen in a day. I'm simply saying that if they give you this move at some point from this area, okay, I think it's very likely we're going to start pushing up very strong, okay? So that's what we're looking for. You are looking for, if you're spot trading, you're looking for a move, okay, back down that goes 10 or 15%, liquidity grab 10%, something like that, and then starts getting bought up. That's where you want to be thinking about buying, okay? Bitcoin is not going to 1 million, much less 5 million. I know there's talk out there where Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million. It's just not going to do it, okay? No. The only way Bitcoin goes to $1 million is the devaluation and the death to the dollar. That means it takes 1 million US worthless dollars to buy a Bitcoin, okay? So, I haven't gotten to the alternate counts yet. So, all right. Now, Kemosabe just brought up another point. I don't think it's likely, but it could be. But let's talk about it. That right here, this pullback right there was your wave 2. That's wave 1, and that's wave 2. This big wave 2 that I'm kind of drawing right here isn't going to play, but it could. I showed you at the outset of our show tonight past movements of Bitcoin where they go up in 3 waves, take the top out, and then shoot down in the next couple of days, okay? So I showed you that possibility. I want you to know that that's a real possibility, a liquidity grab back down to here, back down to this range, okay? All right? Now, what Kemosabe just said is, yeah, this could be wave 1, and that could be wave 2. That's all you get. So sorry. Now we're in the middle of wave. We got to go. We hit wave 1. We get a 3-wave pullback. It's small. It's small. That's all you get. And then we go. And we're just going to go. And we're going to get these pullbacks, yes, but they're just going to get bought up. And this is your 1-2, and this is another 1-2. Okay, and in fact, if you get something like that, and it just goes parabolic over the next week or two. Remember, what did I say? Does anybody remember the video? I said, and if it goes parabolic like that, I made a video. Let me find my channel. I want you guys to. I had a guy kind of trolling me in the comments today, and it just ticked me off. The guy's a jerk. Sorry, but you are, if you're listening. You're just a real jerk. I have no couth about you at all. But on my channel, let's see. These are all videos. Let's go to my videos here. Let's just look at the titles, okay? Could Ethereum double in price? Okay, let's look by May. Okay, by May. Everybody was like, no, it can't happen. If you can see on my chart right here, guys, I'm drawing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm drawing waves right there, buddy, that are going up. Okay, and that was a month ago. Let's see, where 2 months ago. Let's see, Ethereum pump coming. That's before the pump happened, but I said it was doubling in price. That was 5 months ago. I was talking about that. And drawing wave structure to the upside, okay? Let me go to my live streams. I wanted you to see my lives. I don't like how they put the lives separately now from my videos. But I said, where was it? What was the name of the video? It was, oh, stop it. Sorry, guys, that's an alert. That's my 5-minute alert. Where was it? Ah, right here. 4 months ago. 4 months ago. Okay. Let's just take a peek. Take a peek there. 4 months ago. Where was that? That was back in December. That we could go to 40K by March. By March. I know nobody was thinking. Everybody was saying, "No, we're not going to 40K by March. We're not going to 40K by March. We're not going to do it." Okay. And now everybody's thinking, yeah, 30K next stop, into 40 and 50, we're going to 100K. Everybody's reactionary. That's the edge Elliott gives you guys. You can see the wave structure and kind of see where price is going. Now, did I trade all of that perfectly? I didn't trade it perfectly at all. Seeing the Elliott count and trading the Elliott count, two different stories. Do I trade everything perfect? No, I make really good trades, and I make some bad trades along the way, and we do the best we can along the way. We're always growing as traders and as investors and whatnot. But the analysis was beautiful as far as seeing the wave structure. But the market makers are really, really good at shaking you out at times. Anyway, chart's still bullish. I was calling bullish 4 months ago. I was bullish. Look at all of these bullish, ready to pump, ready to pump. Okay, I mean, this is just, I'm just prepping you guys for the last 4 months. This Bitcoin pump, pump. Okay? Bitcoin pump. Let's see. Now, here, 6 months ago, I was calling for a dump, which we got. We were in the middle of a dump then. So, anyway, all right. So, that's my chart, guys. Hopefully, you guys like the channel and understand that. We're pretty good at seeing the wave structure. I can't predict the small time waves. There's just no way I could have predicted. We normally don't get waves like this. A wave like that is just truncated and crappy. It just really is. Okay. So, the fact that we got this little thing, we didn't get 3 waves. And it's really trashy. Now, we got it on Ethereum and we got it on ADA. So we got that 3-wave move on all the other charts, but we didn't get it on Bitcoin. So it really confused me a bit because I use correlation very, very much. I watch correlation very much to trade the charts. Okay. So anyway, that said, okay, just looking on the 15-minute chart, guys, what are you seeing here on the RSI? Anybody seeing anything? Let me know what y'all see. Y'all see anything hiding in the chart here on the 15-minute? Because the 5-minute, we've got hidden bullish divergence. Now, that divergence could get taken out. They could dump it deep, take that divergence out. But right now, as we speak, we have hidden bullish divergence on the 5-minute. Okay? If you get a break of the wave structure, I would say a break of the wave structure to the upside. That's the far. This is the near wave structure right here. Chances are, I think they're going to break this bullish divergence. I think they're going to break this to the upside and come on down again. So they'll come back to this higher trend line right there and then dump it again. So they might come back up and then dump it again. Okay. So I'm kind of bearish for now. We may be seeing a setup for that wave that I was talking about. We could be getting a leading diag of some kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And then get between today and tomorrow, or between whatever, we get a 3-wave pullback before we get, and it may happen a lot faster than that. It could do something like this, and then we get a 10% dump, comes down and retests this area here, Okay, could dump really fast, and then all of a sudden, what do you have? You got a 3-wave shape. Boom, there it is. Now we're looking for another long again potentially. If we break this level, that's okay. It's all right if it breaks that level. We just don't want it to stay down here. We don't want it to close down here on a daily basis. We want that daily wick to come back up here and find support right in here on the daily. Let's look at the daily levels. So if price comes down, where are the daily levels we want it to come and find support? Where are the daily levels we need it to find support? Okay? The daily level that jumps out at me is this level right here. Right there. I'd say 24,855 range. Okay. And really, I I'd really like it to close above that 24,855. Okay. So if we get that fast and furious dump that I'm talking about, I want to see it on the daily. And I want to make sure that daily, even if it wicks and closes below this area, not closes, but even if it wicks this area, takes out the liquidity, okay? I want to see it come back up here and find support above this area, okay? All right. Yeah, I think there's probably something to that big pop-up pump, but I think actually the dump's going to happen prior to it, and the pump will happen. Well, I don't know if the market will move that fast. We'll see. It just depends on what the market wants to do. But I've been thinking we're actually going to pump. So yeah, it might go sideways and choppy and keep taking out the high and getting us up to 28, maybe even 29K in that range. You know, it may want to do that, but man, I really don't want it to come down that deep going any higher. I'm really having a hard time with it, to be honest with you. I want to see it come, if it's going to come down if it's going to come down deep, okay? And what I mean by deep is down here to take this low out and this area out. If it's going to come down this deep, I want it to do it sooner than later, because the higher it gets, the less likely I think we're going to reach these areas, okay? And then we're also, I don't think we're getting that flat that I said that I really don't like, but it's not completely out of the question yet, right? So I'm not a big fan of it. We're right on the cusp of being really improbable with that flat idea that I shared with you guys just a little bit ago. Okay, so you know, this being an expanded flat, we're right on the cusp of being improbable, but it's not out of the question right now. And so what I would do to pull the fibs here and get yourself a target zone, your target area is anywhere between the 786, which is super shallow. I don't think it's going to be that shallow there, and let's see, the 1618. There's your target window right there. If we already have the first move off the top, we got 1, 2. We could be getting 3, 4, and 5. We might already be ready for this thing to dump now, or be really close to it now. So I'm big pop-up pump. I'm a little bit more inclined to a dump now, and then just probably spending a couple days down here for a wave 1, 2, or a wave 4, and then a 5, taking out the bottom, and then going pumping, and then maybe a pull. I don't know how the pullback's going to work, but I want to see this thing get taken back in just a couple of days. I want to see it bullish. So I want to say we're going to get bullish movement when the Fed comes, and there's a chance the Fed might come and say, hey, banks are having problems. We're going to take a minute and we're going to not do anything with the rates this month and look at it next month. So all of a sudden, if the Fed comes in on Wednesday and says, hey, we're not going to do anything to the rates right now. We're going to chill and let it be. That doesn't mean we're not going to raise them in the future. They might say that, but it's data dependent, data driven, and they're just going to let the banks kind of settle a little bit and all the FUD kind of settle maybe. I don't know if they're going to do this or not. I'm just offering an idea. And if that kind of news comes out, okay, chances are this market's going to pump and just skyrocket. Okay, it's gonna go crazy big, and that's gonna be the catalyst. You're gonna hear on the news the markets surge after a dovish outlook on the Fed, after they're gonna decide to wait a month, and so the end of the last couple of weeks of March and into April, they're gonna be really, really pumpy. Right? They're going to be pumpy, and the markets are going to be doing great, and there's good news in the market, and all of a sudden the banks are doing okay, and then June rolls around, so you got April and May pumping, right? And we're going up to 50K, and everybody's like, hey, the recession's over, the markets are great, and blah blah blah, and everybody's just euphoric. June, July come around, and they start raising those rates, and then all of a sudden we start getting dumps. Okay. We start getting dumps, and so what that's going to look like on the chart is basically this, guys. Basically this, where we get you get pullback. Okay, you get pump, pullback, pump, pullback, deeper pullback, pump up again, pullback, pump. It's never going to stop. It keeps pulling back and pumping, pulling back and pumping, and then all of a sudden of course that's a year. So let me draw it a little bit better here. Let's see. Let's just say somewhere around September range, something like that. So between now, we pump, we're and then all of a sudden, bad news. We spike the high and then just dump. We just start dumping. End of the year, into the first quarter of 24. Then we get our dead cat bounce right there, and then we dump some more into 2025, and that's when Bitcoin bottoms. W, X, Y. That is my outlook on the markets over the next couple of years. That's what I think wave structure is showing us. Some variation of that. March 19th, 2023, Jim showed his market projection for a couple of years. This is what he thinks. I reserve the right to change my mind any day in the future if the market structure instructs me to do so. In other words, as the market develops, I might see other things developing, say, okay, this is new, this is different, this changes things, and then we'll alter the opinion as data comes in. But right now, as the way the market looks, this is the way it's looking. Okay? Okay. Wave 1 of 3, is it finished? It looks awful done. 4-hour RSI is triple divergence on it, unless they take it out with some ungodly pump. Okay. It is threatening to the downside. It's threatening to break this right here. We got to close in 2 hours. Let's watch the close of this candle in 2 hours. Let's look for a retest. What we would like to see. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. I appreciate it, man. I really do. What I would like to see is a break and then a small retest of that trend line and then a break below the moving average. And that's going to give you a real clear sign that you need to be, you can short that for a really fast and furious move of the market. And that could be A, B, and C right there. And that's 1, 2 of the third. But it doesn't close below this. In fact, it probably comes up short. Okay. And then we go. I just saw a trend line I didn't see before, but pay attention to this trend line. We go over the latest wave structure. Basically in the Discord, we look at the current wave structure, make predictions as to what we think the market might be doing for the day. Offer trade ideas. We look over any chart anybody wants to look at, and we go over the entire market every day. So we do DXY, SPX. We look at ADA. We look at BNB. We try to look at a variety of charts every day. And then if anybody has any requests in the Discord, it's always yes, and let me look at whatever you want to look at. It's recorded, so if you missed the live, it's recorded. You can go back to it. I spend generally a good hour every day live or more sometimes. If there's a big news event coming, we always do that live together. We meet early before the news event. We look at the chart. We come up with trade setups. We come up with a plan for where we think news is going to take the market that day, so we can have a trade plan for it. And so yeah, It's an awesome community. Kimosabi is one of my great community leaders. Forex Killers, Maxos is in my group as well, and he shares. And then I have another fella in there. I don't know. Next, are you here tonight, buddy? Are you here? I'll shout out your channel if you're here. Just type in the chat, and I'll give you a shout out, buddy. Anyway, so you'll also have another fella that likes to share a lot from another standpoint. He applies, and we all have different perspectives we bring to the table. I'm pretty much the Elliott Wave guy, and I teach Elliott Wave, and that's my specialty in the group. And then everybody else brings that. They're learning Elliott Wave, and they bring whatever skill set they have to the table. And so we look at the market together. It's something everybody can chat and talk on and ask questions on. There's a chat as well as so that's what happens every day, morning and evening. There's 2 lives every day, and I think most people are pretty happy with the product. I work really hard, guys. Like I said, I'm never a perfect trader, but I do my very best to give the best analysis I can. And offer good. And I have a course for learning Elliott Wave, learning my risk management, my trade setups, the way I trade. We've got several other videos as well. I'm no God, but I serve a risen Savior who gives me wisdom to see the markets. So anyway, but I'm definitely not a God. So I got to step away from that comment, brother. But let's. Maybe a guru. How's that? Jim of all trades, man. Jim of all trades. That's who I am. So, all right, guys. So we've done our due diligence here with Bitcoin. Small time frame. Let's just do a little small time frame analysis, and then we're going to go across the market here. Okay. Let's go across the market on small time frame. Well, after we do small time frame analysis. So I'm looking at this wave, thinking, okay. This is a real possibility. We got a 1, 2 right here, 3. And this is wave. And we could be in wave 4. This could be wave 4, and that could be wave 5. That's kind of what you want to say. So I guess you got to put the bottom of wave 4 here. It's pretty trashy though. And in fact, I'm not a big fan of that count. I really like this count where we got wave 3 here, and this is wave 4, and wave 5 is already done. Okay, wave 5 is already finished. I like that count a lot better. And I really would love if the market gave this to us. Some kind of 5-wave move to the downside where we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay. All right. We find support right at the top here, right up here. 24.9, 25K. We find support in that range. Got good support there. We got good support down here at the troughs, but I only want it to wick down here. And if it comes down here and takes out this liquidity down here, it's fine. It just needs to wick back really fast and close the day above 24.8 or 24.9. Okay? So that's what I would, that's if I could ask the market to do something, that's what I would ask it to do. I would then be looking to take a long there potentially, as long as I saw what I was looking to see on the different time frames and perspectives. I would also wait for entry discipline as well as good risk management, not over leveraging my account, setting my stop, entering where the stops are close. We don't enter and then set close stops. We enter where the stops are close, okay, and then do our best to manage the risk along the way. If we're wrong, we're wrong. We look for other trades, okay? All right. So that's ideal for me, guys. We get some kind of dump like that. I love it. Okay. What's another possibility? Small time frame. Well, another possibility, small time frame. That's wave 1 and that's wave 2. Okay. That we're in the middle of a wave 3. That wave 3 is not going to give us anything really, really, really big pullbacks. We're not going to get any big pullbacks. Okay. So in other words, this has a potential to just kind of go up, this could go up, pull back like that, some kind of quick and furious, and then go, pull back and go, okay, and just keep kind of going parabolic, kind of getting parabolic on us, okay, and start moving. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, okay, and get we blow through this, and we get into this zone right here. before we get any kind of real pullback. Okay, boom, 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 something like that. Then we got a 1, a 2, okay, 3, 4, and there's wave 5. That gets us above 50K pretty quick. So if we get something parabolic, which is possible, guys, I mean, it's not going to happen in a day, but it's going to start trending in a relatively short amount of time, the last couple of weeks of March maybe, and then by the time, maybe by the end of March, we're at 40K, 50K, you know, in that range. Like, whoa, how in the world did that happen? It's a real possibility, okay? So if the market gives us clear pullbacks, it's always nicer, it's always better, okay? So anyway, what you want to watch and what you want to wait for is let the market on the 4-hour give you something at least. Draw a counter trend line, okay? When it breaks, when the RSI breaks back to the above that counter trend line, you might think about taking a trade if you see a wave structure that makes sense to you, okay? It's hard to get in the middle of an impulsive wave that keeps going and going. You're waiting for a pullback that doesn't make sense, kind of big. And that's going to be your opportunity. I showed you 2 examples on the outset of the live. Okay, we talked about those extensively. Make sure you go back and watch the outset of the live so you can know what we're looking for, ideally as an entry into this market if we're going to get in. Okay, all right. Let's just take a peek at Ethereum. See what Ethereum's doing. What are you doing, Ethereum? Well, Ethereum has broken the high in 3 waves. Okay, so what Ethereum has done. Let's go to the 4-hour. Let's kind of look at what's going on in the 4-hour. Okay, what you notice here is we have a 4-hour engulfing candle that engulfed the previous candle, broke the high. We've got a 4-hour engulfer. That's fantastic. I have a potential count here of a 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, and 5. I have a potential 5-wave count there. I have a nice 3-wave pullback that just happened right there. Right there as A, okay? I have a potential 3-wave to the high or to here, okay? And that could be B. And now we're looking for C potentially. We could be looking for C. All right? And it could be a W, that could be a WXY as well, right? So you could say W, you could say X to here, and now we're looking for a Y that comes back down here. It's going to be bullish more than likely, so it's probably going to be a running wave. Okay, it's probably going to run on us. So let's draw a parallel structure here. Okay, we got a top here. We got a top there. Boom. Let's draw that right there. I think that might be a good place to pay attention to. Pull back down here to a back down to about And if the market gives you something like that, some kind of a 3-wave pullback that gets you back down to here, then that might be a long entry for Ethereum to make its way on up to the next level. Okay, let's zoom out on Ethereum. Let's look on the higher time frame and just kind of look at the daily chart and see what. Let me get rid of these pivots here. Hold on, and see what's going on. You just got to watch the RSI like I showed you, Big Papa Pump. A break of the RSI close is what I'm looking for. Okay, so what's happening here? What's going on here? Well, I mean, we really have a 1 and a 2 on our hands, okay? And now we've got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1, and there's 2 on our hands. There's a 1, 2, 1, 2. And now you've got another impulse wave, which more than likely needs a little bit of a pullback. Wave 2, that's ideal, right? And so how do we get that? We get that basically with that pullback that I was talking about. We get that pullback right here, and that becomes a 1, 2, and then we pump big 3, 4, 5. So I can't tell you guys, I cannot tell you how these markets are going to move. I can just point you to our upper targets and and say, hey, listen, we've got upper targets that are a lot higher. I can't tell you how price is going to get up there. I can do my very best to see the wave structure, but right now I'm very bullish. Okay, I have to be until I can't be anymore. Okay, when am I no longer What am I no longer bullish? Well, I would tell you this: a break of this right here, a break of this low right here on Ethereum, I'm changing my tune. My tune changes the moment that low gets broken. That low gets broken. We are not bullish like I thought. We're much different than I thought. So, you know, that would be an indication. A break of that last low, that previous low, is no good for the Bitcoin market. Okay, so just giving everybody a little help there. So we pull the fibs on here. We can get a target here. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Right there. Where's our target? Well, we're looking for 5 waves in C, generally speaking. So I'm looking for, I got a 1. I got a 2. Okay. Now we're in the middle of wave 3. Looking for wave 3 up here. 4, 5. Okay. Looking for, actually, yeah, wave 3 could be here. I say let's target the 2618 here. I think is not a bad target for Ethereum as a nice ABC. A, B, and C. That's not a bad target right there at all. Okay. So that would be an X wave. So we got, you see here how we got this 3-wave move here. Now I'm looking for a 3-wave rebound. Take out this liquidity and those come back down in 3. This is the crypto winter. This is everybody's freaking out. And everything is calamity in the markets when this is happening. Okay. This is when, so end of 2023, into 2024 is when I'm expecting. So the last half of this year is when I'm expecting. Whenever this bull run is done, I'm expecting some real scary stuff in the markets latter half of the year. Going to be a bunch of stuff happening. And into, the last half of this year and all year next year into what do you call it? Into the election. So that's what Ethereum looks like to me. Again, I can't tell you how to trade necessarily. I can't predict exactly what's going to happen. All I can do is show you the wave setups and show you the RSI. And we have a very, very important break in structure happening right here on the 4-hour chart. We got an hour and 37 minutes left on this candle to close. So if this 4-hour break continues, okay, that'll be interesting. But if it comes back up into that trend line, I'm gonna redraw my line right there, okay, and we're gonna have some kind of a larger move like that. Okay, I do like this trend line as well on the RSI. We'll draw it right here. We have a break and a retest and a continuation. Okay, that's looking very good. All right, so and this break back below the moving average, this divergence with a break and a retest back below the moving averages on this 4-hour candle. If it closes below there, okay, I'm going to be inclined to, hey, the markets may be dumping soon. It doesn't mean we can't get a pullback on the 4-hour basis. We could definitely pull back, but it might break, tomorrow or something like that, and we get a big strong move, and what we end up getting is a 3-wave correction. Boom, just like that, and then we go. Okay, that's my ideal world. If any market makers are watching, dag on it. And that's probably why they do different stuff than I predict sometimes on the small time frames, because they're watching my channel and they're like, we're gonna show Jim. He doesn't know what we're doing. Dang, Jim foiled our plans again. We got to change up the algorithm. All right. So sometimes I think that for sure. Okay. So that's the way I'm looking at the market, guys. I hope that helps you. Let's look at XRP a little bit. Show you what I'm thinking about for XRP. XRP I look at, and last week I had a guy, and I was like, ooh, I'm really bearish on XRP. And that looks down, and it was down, but for only 3 waves, and then it went back up. Let me show you this wave structure that we're seeing right here, and I'll show you why that's kind of bullish there, okay? I'll show you what I'm seeing there at least, okay? Not bullish, but bearish. It's kind of bearish, okay? Let's look at it on maybe a 30-minute basis, and we'll see all the waves that we need to see. Okay, So last week I saw this flat, 3 waves up, 3 waves down, looking for 5. I'm like, oh, guys. I mean, I saw that immediately. I'm like, oh, guys, we're going down. There's a flat right there. We got to go down. And we did, okay? But what the problem was is it only went down 3. And then it went back up 3, okay? All right, so what does that mean? That means I got a flat wave A right there. And then it went up 3, okay? And it broke the top. And then it came down impulsively, okay? You could call that 5 or 3, doesn't matter. But what you ended up getting was an A wave there, boom, 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 B to here, and now we have C. And I think there's a good chance C has one more hit to the high, and we're done. I think there's a good chance we get that right there. And this could be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diag right there. Okay? So I think that's what we might get as an ending diag. We got an A to there, a B to there, and the C to there on XRP. Then I'm looking for another kind of a big dump down, a kind of a big move back down to the downside. That's my primary count. Now, if you look on the 6 hour that I've drawn here, what you'll notice is that you have a nice trend line on the 6 hour. Okay, I think the 8 hour is going to give you a better trend line. Not really. Actually, not really. In fact, we're in no man's land. I don't like that a bit. Okay. The 4 hour gives me 2 nice trend lines. Let me draw both of them. I got one there and a more immediate trend line right there. Okay. Now, this is definitely the better trend line to watch, but this will give you an immediate trend. Let me get it right. There we go. A break of this one to the downside. It kind of confirms maybe the beginning of the move, okay? So I look at this and I'm thinking, okay, so let me get one more hit to the high, like that. I got a 3-wave move, boom, like that, okay? So what do I have going on? I've got something like this, boom, okay? Then what? Boom, 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 okay? Now what? 3, 3, 5. Quick, take this low, take all that liquidity, come back to resistance, and then we go for a big pump. So could we get a big dump that's fast and furious that, you know, gives you a 10% dump? Let's see. Yeah, there's a 15% dump right there. Boom. So totally plausible, totally possible wave structure there on XRP there. Okay? What do you think about XRP count? That's the way I'm kind of seeing this wave structure. Okay? Hit to the high. Potentially, this is my best idea. Hit to the high, and then let's dump for 5. And then what we've got is 3, 3, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. WXY. Let's pull some fibs on that count, see what we get. One-to-one extension is down here at 33.8. 33. I like the 33 mark. Okay. Let's take a peek at BNB because BNB just kind of shows us a little bit. Looking at that as a 3-wave move that looks about finished. I've got a 3-wave move or a 5-wave move off the top. Looks like 3, 3. Okay, I would love to see BNB kind of come down here. Boom. Yeah, I'd like to see this like this. Boom, boom, boom. Could even come take the top out. Actually, it could. I got 3 right here. Boom. This could come take the top out for one more hit to the high and then down. That would be a nice, if the market gives us something like that, that would be a nice 3-wave move. Okay. Zooming out to look at what that would be on the higher time frames. What I'm seeing here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-wave pullback. Okay. And now I want to see this finish a 3-wave correction. Boom, boom, boom. And there's a 1, 2. Here we go. We're going big. We're going to start pumping after that. Okay? So I'm very bullish on BNB, but I think that's going to resume after kind of a liquidity hunt. That's why I titled the title like I did. Are we going to get that other high? I don't know. So it could just drop from where we are tonight. We could get dumpy tonight into tomorrow. We could get dumpy, and this could just dump all night, or we could come and push up, take out the high, and then come down. I see that as a real possibility. Hitting the high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe an ending diag. Got an ending diag with a throw over. And here we go. Maybe it's finished here. A, B, C. Something like that. Do we have to get this move? I don't think we have to, but it looks very likely from the wave structure I'm looking at. Draw this trend line on your RSI. Draw these trend lines. See what happens. See how the market plays. If it breaks below that trend line, you're bearish. Okay. If it comes back up here, test this. See if it breaks out to the upside or rejects off of it to come down to finish. In that case, it would do something like this: hit the high, hit this high, reject off, come down deep, give you that 10-15% move we're talking about. There's 10, there's 15 down the liquidity, okay? And then you have another move to the upside after that. And that's when you want to be buying. You want to be thinking about buying on a deep move like that. You should not be thinking, oh, this is going to turn around forever. This is where you want to be thinking about buying. When you get a move that comes fast and furious in the period of like 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, okay, hits stops, maybe wicks, rejects, finds support on the daily, okay, that's when you want to be buying. And the next move up, you want to be holding. You just let it go and you hold until it reaches target. Okay, the daily chart on BNB. We're just formed. We have closed. We closed above and found support here. Okay, but that doesn't mean we're going to maintain support. Okay, this could come up tonight, take out the high, and then zoom down on the daily. Could be 1 day, 2 day, 2 days of a candle. Okay, it could take out liquidity down here. Okay. But if it does that, I need it to find some support. I really want to see BNB find support right here. Okay, I would love for BNB on the daily to wick back up to here on the daily and have a close above these. That would be fantastic. Or if it closes down here on the daily, I want to see the next day engulfing candle closing above that, just engulfing it. Oh, thank you, Chemo. Appreciate it. Okay, so overall, looking for a correction that doesn't make a lot of sense here. Let's look at BTC. I see a dump. I see dumping happening. So let's look at BTC just a little bit on the small time frame. See what's happening here. Yeah, 5 minutes doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. Retest and come on down again. So we got a couple of trend lines to pay attention to here on the 5 minute. When the trend line is that flat, it generally means it's trending, right? It's trending. So there's a good chance this is a wave A of some kind or a wave 1. Okay, it could be a diagonal. All right. So in other words, we could be getting some kind of a move like this back up to take this and then come down again. Okay. And then we come back up tomorrow, retest, and we start with a diag, okay? Then a three-way pullback, and then that's when we dump. Okay, that's when we want to draw that trend line. Okay, break of that. That's our trade right there. Okay, that's our short. If this is the beginning of a wave, there's our 3-wave pullback, okay, and then it breaks back down. Okay, that's the ideal trade. Okay, that means on this 3-wave pullback, the market's gonna come back up, retest the highs here, have some hidden bear maybe, something like that, and then we go down again. Okay. So yeah, this structure, it could be 3 waves and it's done right now, or it could be making a diagonal of some kind, maybe, or it could dump here. Could just keep dumping. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to do the dump thing. I think it's more likely. You can see that this smaller trend has been broken to the upside. It's being retested now. I think more likely we get a 3-wave move back to the upside. For maybe a diag, so we get some kind of a 3-wave move like that. Shoot, we could get something like that, right? And then all of a sudden we've got a diagonal forming. Okay, this comes back down in 3 waves, takes that low, finishes the diagonal. Okay, that leads us into tomorrow morning, New York. We break back, or London, we break back up, and we start moving. And we get maybe into New York, we get that pump, and then we get this little bit of a dump, and then maybe Asian and into London the next day. We get that 3rd wave. Who knows? Who knows how that plays? How long this takes to play, and then we get our dump maybe on Tuesday, right? Could be, or we could waste time all the way to Wednesday. So we could come up and break the top again. Okay, could be having some kind of ending diag working. Just talking small time frame with you guys. So it could have some kind of ending diag working here. This needs to come down and hit this low right here. Okay. And then we come up, take the top out. We got an ending diag, boom. And then we reject. Okay. 5 waves off the top. So that's another scenario as well on the small time frame. Do I know what's going to happen? No, I don't. Could this keep pumping? Yes, it could. Yes, it could. Does it have to stop, and come down like I said? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to do that. I just know that it's going to do that one of these days soon. It's going to do that one of these days. So we'll watch wave structure and take trades as we can. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and take. I'll take some requests. Tips are appreciated. Not necessary, but what do you call it? The super chats are always appreciated, but not necessary for sure. If you would like, but if you'd like a request, I pay attention to the super chats a lot faster. I give you a lot better analysis. But what I'm going to do is, if you guys want to just post your requests for charts, I'd be glad to just look at them. I'd rather not. If you give me a chart that's only got like 3 months or 6 months worth of price action on it, please don't. Okay, I really don't want a chart like that. So just don't even. And most of everything I say or I've already said is going to be the analysis for every chart. It's going to sound a lot similar. Everything's going to sound the same. Okay. Yeah, I did forget the DXY and the SPX. I did forget. So glad you reminded me, Merle. So anyway, just keep that in mind. The analysis, the primary analysis is already done. Once we do the Bitcoin analysis, really the market, the rest of the charts will rhyme with what our Bitcoin analysis, and that's what you've got to understand. Okay, so the SPX. Okay, I'm looking at the SPX. I'd like to see it trending to the downside here and finish this C wave. So I'm looking. So my main count for the SPX is that we've got an initial A wave here, and we're getting a flat B wave. And so we need to trend actually to the downside and finish that C wave before we get the real pump that goes up for the C wave, and it retests the all-time highs of the S&P. And this is when we get the Bitcoin pump as well. So I am looking for a wave to the downside. That's my main count right now. Okay, this trend line right here that I've drawn, a break back up above that is not going to be good for that count. Okay, a break back up above that is not going to be good for this ABC that I've drawn. I'll have to look for a different count, but that's my primary count as of right now. Okay. Okay, so there's S&P. DXY, again, I expect I expect this to come on down and probably find some support right here, and maybe even bounce fast to give me a third wave up, or at least bounce in 3 waves before we take the low out, I would imagine. Now, could we just roll over and keep going? I think, yes, we could. But I think more likely we'd come up, hit the high. That's going to give the SPX a chance to finish as well. And then maybe, oh, come on. Oh, it's dumping pretty good, isn't it? There it is. Excellent. Okay, sorry. Just watching the thing dump here. Yeah, I kind of felt like that was going to play that way. Come up and retest and keep rocking. So now the short-term time frame is, you want to see what's going to happen here with that trend line, but the main trend line is right here, okay, for the trend. So any kind of pullback you get on the 5-minute chart that comes with the RSI resets here to that line and starts to reject it, may be going down for another, so you get a pullback and then another low. Okay. Right, this is looking good for an impulse wave. It's not there yet. It's got the 3-wave extension right now, but it's looking good for impulse. It's hitting at the 1414 right now. Yeah, this is looking down more, guys. So I'm hoping this is the beginning of like the A wave, or the first wave of a. And then we get some kind of a pullback, and then a continuation that comes down fast and furious. That's what I would like to see. That's my ideal scenario. Now we could, again. I don't think it's likely now as much, but could go hit the high. But the fact that this is coming down deeper, I don't know that I like it much anymore. But I do like the ending diag idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me an ending diag. 5. I like that. I like that count a lot. And then a dump. That's really good. Okay. So yeah, DXY. Yeah, it could keep dumping, right? But down is my direction. Okay. Let me show you where I'm looking. Long term on the DXY, I'm looking for the DXY to come on down here eventually. Okay, looking for somewhere around 96, range. Okay, so I'm looking for this to get down here in 5 waves. We got a 1-2 off the top right now, or potential. It hasn't finished its 1-2. It could be ready to come on down. So. If DXY continues dumping, but we could get that stop hunt to the high before it wants to come down, or it could just pull back a little bit and just keep coming down as well. But down's the direction, even though temporarily, again, I can't predict the small time frame how that's gonna play. But it could come back up, take the top out without taking this top out, and then come on down. Okay. All right. So there's DXY, there's SPX, and I'll just take them in order here. Let's do Algo, sure. Look at Euro USD. That looks bullish right now. Euro USD looks bullish for now, just for a wave. I think it's going to come up and do that, something like that, and then it could dump, hit the low. That's what I would love. I would love for that to hit the low, or at least come down. At least come down for a wave like this, and then go. But this is bullish price action. That's very bullish price action on the 5-minute chart. That's 5-minute chart, guys. Yeah, I would really love to see a stop hunt here. Let it go. But yeah, maybe they already stop hunted it and that's all you got. That's it. Usually you get a retest. But this may be ready to pump here, guys. This may be ready to pump. Just depends on DXY, what DXY is going to do this week. This is big Fed rate news this week, guys. Fed rate news. So whatever Fed rate news on Wednesday, that's what we're setting up for. So it's a big week for that. This could be a flat as well. So we got, 3, and then that could be 3, and this could be 5. And then it comes down, hits the low, and goes. I like that too, but we'll see. That's your USD. All right, let's look at algo. Find where algo is. Bitcoin's dumping, isn't she? I'm not watching it, so. Y'all keep me alerted, okay? Keep me alerted while I'm doing this for y'all. Algo. Okay, so algo. 4-hour chart. Okay. We had an impulse. Okay. We have impulsive move. Had a 3-wave pullback. We got another impulse. Got another impulse with a 3-wave pullback. Okay. So this is looking super bullish. Super bullish. But the question is this part of a flat pullback? Are you going to get a dump like this? A, B, C, and then go? Or is this going to pump bullishly? Pull back, go, is that the way that wave? Are we going to hit the low and then go? Or are we going to pump bullishly? That's where you are on algo, to be honest with you. So 1-hour chart, we've broken back to the upside, but we made 3 waves. We've got kind of a 3-wave shape here in the RSI. So that may be pointing to the downside, right? So we've got a trend line right here on the RSI we can draw. Get a break of that back to the downside. That might be indication that we're going to get a short here. Okay, we got a break of price structure. We got a really nice price structure right there as well. Price structure is beautiful here. So you get a break of this and a break of the RSI to the downside. You might get a largish short here. Okay, where you got 3, 3, and then 3, something like that, and then you go. Or it could turn into 5, like that. I don't think it would break this low, even though I drew it that big. I think it's much more likely something like that. And then there's your 3-wave, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so get really, really nice. That's what I'd be watching for on. Do you break price to the upside? Okay, right there. You got a nice ascending triangle, right? It's not a triangle. But you got an ascending, shape there. This is holding this trend line. It's playing on it. Is it going to dump it, or is it gonna pump into it and then break it? So yeah, watch it. You break out, pull back. Here you go. Okay, and you're really bullish. Break to the downside and close, retest and go. Yeah, there's your short, or just long it down here, and that's your play for algo. Hope that helps on algo. Let's see, where are we? NVDA. Somebody asked me for another one too. I can't remember what they asked for. Earlier in the chat, somebody asked me for something. So make sure you get it back in the bottom chat, please. I'm going to look at NVDA and KDA, and we're going to call it a night unless people put something in there, okay? NVDA. Is that NVIDIA, Keith? Is that a stock, or is that on the NASDAQ? Oh, Gala. It was Gala. I remember now. Is NVDA, is that NVIDIA on NASDAQ? I think it is, because you've asked me that one before, I believe. Keith. What did I say, man? What did I say back in the day when you asked me to look at NVIDIA? Because it's been a while. But looks like you got a beautiful 3-wave move here, man. You got a beautiful 3-wave move. It's gorgeous. I wish I had my chart. Let's see. Let me look at ADA here, because that may be where NVDA. That may be where I drew it. Okay, so anyway, you've got an awesome, awesome, awesome three-wave shape there. Okay, we came right down to a nice structure there. That's beautiful. Okay, so now what do you got here? Is this three waves or is this the beginning of a much bigger five-wave move here? Okay, so if they're doing something fundamentally that says hey, Nvidia should be going up, then yeah, we're long on Nvidia here right now. But yeah, any kind of three-wave pullback on the smaller time frames, I mean, looks like a long to me. So I mean, if you get a pullback along these lines here, something, that then breaks back up, then you're looking long because this is looking good. We could get five waves here, three-wave pullback, and then go. But up, I would say, is the direction here for now. The other possibility here is that we got a B wave here or an X wave, and you're going to get a double correction where you've got a W, an X, and then you're going to get a Y wave back down to structure here. Looks an awful lot like Bitcoin, doesn't it? Okay, and then it'll go, then pull back, and then Nvidia is going to take off. Okay, that's a possible count as well. What am I inclined to? I'm inclined to this going on up to break the high. I think I like this going up here. Now, but don't trade based on what I think, because we could totally just go on down like that and then go. Okay, so three waves pullbacks, continuation. It's looking real bullish. Hard to tell what it's going to do, but if the markets are pumping, man, people are looking for a place to put their money other than the DXY. Yeah, maybe. Ask me again next week, Keith, about Nvidia. I'd like to look at it again next week. I want to, after this week's price action, I want to see. So ask me next week. There should be a pullback at some point. Okay, let's look at. Let's see. I did algo. Let's do KDA now. We'll do it on Binance. Oh yeah, this is yeah. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I can't do this chart, unfortunately. Basically, what do you got? You got a five wave with a three wave pullback, or you got a three wave with a three wave. Either way, you're kind of bullish on this one. I would say kind of bullish on this. If you get a pullback back to the trend line, fantastic. Take it and go long. Yeah, there's nothing here. We're bullish. We got a break of. This is the daily chart here. We got a break of structure, or do we? We're breaking the structure here on the daily, so if this breaks back below this line on the daily, that's going to be more bearish. It breaks back above it, that'll be bullish. Pullback, if it goes, that's great. Small time frame on KDA, if there's a trade here for me, 4 hour. To me, this is looking bullish, but we may get. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, three-wave pullback. So there's a 1, there's a 2. This could be another 1, 2 that's already done, or this has to come down further and then pop up. So we could be bullish on the small time frame, possible. A bearish look says we come down, we break the low one more time. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is expanded flat. So we take that low out one time, and then we go. That's a more bearish intermediate look for now. How about Rune, RUNE, Binance? Okay, I don't know what rune is. I don't know any fundamentals. I'll just look at the wave structure here. I don't know KDA either, so I'm just looking at wave structure. Ugly as crap. 1, 2, 3 wave pullback looks good. This looks like it wants to come down here and then go. So if BTC gets the dump that I'm looking for, then then we're looking down here, and then we're going. So we got a 1, and then we got a 2. Okay, that's the more bearish look. It's not bearish, but it's certainly, we get that dumpy move and then we go, right? That'd be fantastic, to be honest with you. That would be a fantastic move. If it's more, so again, draw this trend line right here. Draw. We got a break and a retest. It's looking good. Draw the counter trend line on the 4-hour. It breaks back up into that. That's not going to be bearish. It's going to be more bullish if it breaks back to the upside, okay, from here and keeps going. So it may very well do that. You may get a pump out of here, okay, like this, and that's a 1-2, and here we go, 1-2, and we're going, okay. So there's your bullish look right there on the 4-hour. If it breaks down here and it resets you a bit and comes down here, fantastic. ABC, let's go, okay. But watch out for a break of that and a close. You might be a lot more bullish than you're thinking. So there's room. Okay, let's do Gala and we'll call it a night. Okay. Again, on the 4-hour, we got that same look here. We got the break. We got divergence here. We got the break, retest. It's broken structure to the downside. Gala looks a little bit more bearish than all of them. We got a 3-wave move here. It looks more 3-wave-ish than anything, but it could be 5-wave-ish. So anyway, I would say that this has a chance, maybe a chance of getting down here and even breaking the low WXYXZ. And then we go. So that's a real bearish count there. My pleasure, Johnny. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it, bro. We need to get you in the Discord, buddy. You've been here long enough. You need to be in the Discord. I can't remember if you've ever been in. I can't keep track of it. I can't remember. Yeah, if it breaks that price structure, you're gonna be bearish for a little bit. It may not be forever. But you're gonna be bearish for a little bit. And then maybe we're bullish again. That looks like a long. Looks like a 1-2. Okay, so we get a 1-2, and here we go. So I don't know if this 2 is gonna happen the way it's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm kind of looking up right now. If it comes down here, that would be a Z wave probably, and then we go. So it just depends on what BTC does tonight. So, guys, I have enjoyed being with you. It's been 2 hours. We're going to call it a night. Thank you for stopping by. Leave some likes. Leave a comment. If you circle back just in a minute, once I close the stream, you might circle back and make a comment for me. I'd appreciate it. And would you do me a favor? I mean, it would be awesome if you like the channel. Tell your friends about the live stream that you see on Sunday nights. I keep saying this, and I'm going to try to get some midweek content out to you. I do all the live streams, and I work really hard in the Discord. I just get tired of making videos, and so I haven't made a lot of videos in a while on YouTube. I just do the Sunday night charts and maybe one here and there in the week. I'm going to try to be more consistent with that. I really need to for the YouTube channels in particular. But if you could help me by sharing the channel with your friends, that would be awesome. And shoot, when you come in the Discord, that helps me as well. It keeps me going. So if you like what you're doing, if you just want to support me in what I'm doing, man, that would help me a lot. And I'll thank you with every effort I can to give you daily analysis that'll help your trading. I hope you all have a fantastic night. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.